Ireland's population today is smaller than it was in 1845. Almost 180 years later, the island still hasn't recovered from the Great Famine. Before 1845, Ireland had over 8 million people. Today, the entire island, Northern Ireland, and the Republic combined has only about 7 million. This is the only country in Europe that has fewer people now than it did in the 19th century. The Great Famine from 1845 to 1852 killed over 1 million Irish people through starvation and disease. Another million fled Ireland, desperate to escape. But the emigration didn't stop when the famine ended. For the next century, Irish people kept leaving to America, Britain, Australia, Canada. Entire generations grew up knowing they'd have to emigrate to survive economically. The population kept dropping for decades, 20 to 34 seconds. By 1926, Ireland's population had crashed to just 4.2 million, half of what it was in 1845. Villages were abandoned. Farms sat empty. The Irish language nearly died because the Irish-speaking regions were hit hardest by the famine and emigration. The Ireland that existed before 1845 was fundamentally destroyed. What replaced it was a smaller, traumatized population that took generations to stabilize. The Irish diaspora today numbers over 70 million people worldwide. That's 10 times the population of Ireland itself. For every one person living in Ireland, there are 10 people of Irish descent living somewhere else. Irish DNA is scattered across every continent because Ireland couldn't support its own population for over a century. The descendants of famine emigrants outnumber modern Ireland by staggering amounts. Ireland only started recovering in the 1960s with economic modernization. The population finally stopped declining and began growing again. But even now, with decades of growth, Ireland still hasn't reached its pre-famine population. The demographic wound cuts so deep that 180 years of recovery isn't enough. Countries bounce back from wars and plagues within a generation. Ireland is still recovering from 7 years of famine. Ireland's population tells the story of generational trauma that statistics make visible. The Great Famine didn't just reduce numbers, it fundamentally changed what Ireland is. A nation that should have 15 to 20 million people based on normal growth has 7 million. The missing millions are the Irish diaspora scattered globally, the result of catastrophic failure Ireland still carries in its demographics. The numbers don't lie.